Hello friends, welcome back to another video tutorial in Revit architecture. I am architect Sonu Rai from Glad Studio, and in this today video tutorial I am going to teach you about the Toposolid in Revit 2024, and it's a new tool which has been added in this version of Revit. And like in previous versions we were using Topo surface, so it is completely different from Topo surface and we'll understand the difference. So I'm going to my massing and site here, and if I'm going to here, you can see this is the toposolid and it creates a topographical element. If you look at the definition, and you can see there is site component like in previous version, parking component, property line, level contours and graded region, but building pad is missing in this version. And in the previous version we were having building pad, but now you can create a split and void to use in this version, so I will tell you that also. So I am going to select this arrow here. You can see create from a sketch. You can create from a sketch, and you can create from import your topography. So I am going to first select from create from import, and you can see create from CAD and create from CSV file. So it is basically Excel or text form which is used to define your elevation point, so you can use this also. So I'll tell you both. So first I'm going to create from CAD. If I'm going to select here, it is telling there are no imported elements in your document. Please use the import tool to import the desired object. So we are required first import our CAD file into this, and then we can utilize that. So I'm going to my insert tab here, and I'm going to import CAD, and I'm going to insert a contour site here. So I'm going to use this one, and I will select manually center, and I will insert my contour here. So this is my CAD file which I have imported. Now I'm going to my massing and site and toposolid, create from import and create from CAD, and after selecting this one I'm going to select my file. And as soon as if you select your file, it will ask add points from selected layers. So whatever the layer of your contour lines, you can use this. So I'm going to check none, and I'm going to select this contour line, and I will click OK, and you can see our toposolid is created using our contour line from imported CAD file. So this is the use. You can use this one also. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to my site here, and I'm going to use the next one, the CSV file. So I'm going to select this one also, and I'm going to use CSV file. So I'm going to use this one. This is the Excel file, and 1 unit in the file equals 1 meter. So I'm going to click OK, and you can see from Excel file the topo surface is created. Toposolid, you can say this. So this is from CSV file. It has automatically created this toposolid. So this is very nice feature, and you can see here this one is this one toposolid generic material. In the properties panel you can see this. There are new materials like grassland. You can change to grassland also, and you can change to any other material like path. If you are making any path, you can select this one, and so on. Like water also, water feature also you can use this. So if you are having any surface like that, so no need to creating a material, separate material for water, you can create from this also. So I'm going to delete this one. So now we'll go to our toposolid, create from a sketch. So if I'm going to select this one, create from a sketch, you can create any shape using this sketch, and you can see this is the boundary line. You can define your boundary line using this draw tools, and there is slope arrow like a floor in earlier Revit, and like you used to create floor, you can use this slope arrow. So first I will show you the simple form here. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and I'm not going to define any points here. I'm going to simply define an arrow here. So I'm going to draw a slope arrow here, and now I'm going to my 3D view, and you can see here and you can edit this. So I'm going to select this slope arrow, and you can define any height here at tail. So I'm going to define a 1200 tail, and at head I'm going to define 12,000. So see what happens. I'm going to apply and finish this, and you can see this has been changed to this level is changed here with a slope arrow. So now I'm going to delete this, and again I'm going to toposolid here, and now I'm going to first create any other shape. So I'm going to draw any shape here, and we'll trim this off, and then I will finish this. You can see this is the shape, and you can see this is the shape. This is flat, so I'm going to first select this one, and you can add points here. So you can add points like in earlier versions of Revit. If I am going to my 2022 versions, I will show you. This was the topography, and you can go to massing inside. You can create topo surface in earlier versions of Revit, and here is building pad, and you can edit this one, and you can add points. So if you will select topo surface, you can place point like this in earlier versions of Revit. So in these versions it is different. So I'm going to add point here. So you can see here, if I'm selecting add point, this is coming reset shape and subdivide, and this one is absolute and along surface. So if you select along surface, and you can do some offset here if you want to define any level. Currently it is 0.0, and elevation base is set to project base point. So you can define, if you are using survey point, you can select survey point, internal origin and current level, but generally we will keep this one only, project base point, and you can define any offset here. So I'm keeping 0.0. so not much difference you will see in placing point. You will keep 0.0 here, and if I'm escaping, you can see there is not much difference. So now I'm going to add point, and I'm going to use absolute, and I will select elevation point here. So now I'm going to define here any level 1000 mm. So now I'm going to define this level, and next I will select 2000 here, and next I will go and define 3000, and now I will escape this one, and you can see the contour lines is created automatically. So this is nice feature here, and you can also change the material here if you want. Now the next is the subdivide space, and you can see it's define an area within a toposolid. So if you want to use subdivide, you can create any shape within our topo surface, and you can finish this, and it will be completely another toposolid, and you can change the material from here if you want, and apply any material to this. So this is the use of subdivide, and you can use a split line, and you can use a split line to define any points here. So you can split this, and you can split this one, and you can use modify sub element, and you can increase or decrease like in floors. You can use modify sub elements. Okay, I'm going to select this point, and I'm going to use modify sub element. So you can increase or decrease this height, and if you use escape, and you can see this steep slope is created using modify sub element. So likewise you can use this toposolid, and if you want to reset this shape, you can simply click this tool here, and you will go to your previous form of the flat surface and whatever the shape which you have used in earlier, so it will go to your earlier shape. So you can reset this, and again you can define add point here, and I am going to use 3000 here, then I am going to use 6000. So I am going to select randomly, and I am going to use 9000 here. I will escape. You can see this shape is created, and now you can use your this split element tool to split your topo surface. So I am going to cut this topo surface from here, and you can define this, delete instances, and you can see this is separated from this one. And you can change the material if you want. Suppose I want to define this as a grassland, I am going to make this as grassland. And also you can subdivide this space using a split. So I am going to first select this one, and now I am going to use a curve shape here. So I am going to define this little here, and I'm going to delete instances, and you can see this is changed from this one, and it is completely different. And you can change this to like water if you want, and it is changed to water. So likewise you can use this tool here, split element, to create any pathway, or if you want to change the material, you can use this split tool. So it is also a new feature which is added to this toposolid. Now if you want to create a gap in this and any void forms, there is no building pad like in previous version. There is a building pad here which we can create or to give void forms, but in this version it is not included. So I will tell you how you can do this. So I am going to my architecture tab, and I am going to component, and I am going to select this model in place. And if you go here, you can either select these floors here, or you can go to your toposolid form. You can select this toposolid, and I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to use toposolid 1, and I'm going to use void by extrusion, and you can define your work plane. So I'm going to select this as a plane, this one, and now I'm going to create a void form here, and I'm going to make this as -900, and I'm going to make this as a 10,000 here, and I'm going to drag this upward. And now I'm going to use cut geometry tool here, and I'll select this toposolid, and now I'll select my this void extrusion, and you can see this is created here, this the void form. Likewise you can use this one to create void forms, and you can finish the model. And now you can also create a pathway using this one, and you can also go to this edit type, and you can go to this edit structure. You can also duplicate this, and you can also create sub layers. So we can add soil layer or anything. So if you want to add anything, you can add, and if you want to add a structure, you can add this structure, and you can add any material here, and you can also insert many things, and I can add any materials here, and you can click OK, and you can also give any thickness here. So I'm going to give 200, and I'm going to give 600, and you can click OK, and you can see you can add sub layers from this structure. So it will give you a very nice detail. If you are making any flower or terrace garden, it will give you a very quick time to make this. And you can also use this one like in previous version, graphics, and there is one new tool here, contour display. So what is this? So if I'm going to select this one, and you can see there is multiple value primary contours. So you can also insert any other contour values, and you can add secondary contours like this, and we can define from where you want to stop this contour line, the primary contours, and this one is the secondary contour. So we can define this one. So interval, I am going to make this as a 6000, and this one is at 1000, and I am going to apply. Click OK and apply and OK, and you can see this primary and secondary contour will be there at every 6000, the secondary contour and primary contour as 1000, and you can define this. So I am going to select this one, and I am going to edit type, and you can go to your contour display, and you can ranging from multiple values. You can make it as a single value, and you can click apply, and you can click OK, apply and OK. You can see all the single unit of primary contour is there. So likewise you can play with this toposolid. One last term which I am going to tell you about, this term here, convert lines. So what is that? And if I am trying to select this, it's not getting selected. So how to select this convert folding lines? You can see the definition, convert folding line to split line. So how to convert this? So I am going to select this topo surface, and I am going to add points, and you can see I am going to add some point here, and now you can see this line here. If you select this line, you can see this is activated now, convert lines. So you can convert folding lines to split line, and they cannot be converted back to folding line. So if I am going to select this one, it is converted to folding line, and if you select, now you cannot select this to convert lines. So this was the term. So this was the tutorial for the today's session. In the next session I will come with some more interesting topics in Revit. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.